Okay, guys, I have a rant, even though I just posted my video, but I'm just sitting here and suddenly I have a rant. So I'm going to post it as well. If you guys didn't check in on the other video, the water fasting video, go check in on that one. This is going to be a very casual rant. So here's a different perspective. The the goal that we have, if it's weight loss or getting healthy, if you think about it and change your mindset about it and change your perspective about it, it's actually the easiest goal we will ever have in our entire lives. The easiest thing to achieve in our entire lives. If you go look at any success stories, despite any situation or circumstance that anybody is in, whether it's a weird circumstance, families, relationships, a weird socioeconomic situation, like there's actually no excuse not to get healthy. Everybody in every single socioeconomic situation or circumstance that you could bring at them in life, you could find an example of somebody who's actually getting to their goal, right? It's actually nothing can get in your way. It's the only goal that's a huge goal that many people have that actually doesn't revolve around anybody. You don't have to count on anybody. It's just you versus you. Really, you don't have to count on anybody. So if you're not getting to your goal, it's 100,000% just in your head. And we know this, and we've said this a million times, but we forget. So it's just about our goal and being strong-willed enough in our mind to be able to follow through with it. Because you know what your whys are, and you know how serious it is for you. And if your whys are not strong enough, I've said this a million times, and I think this is a good first video to post as a rant that will be, a bonus to the video that I just posted with the check-in. I think I was just distracted because the little one was in the background, like pouring paint on me and stuff. But, if you actually think about this is one of the easiest goals we will ever achieve in our lifetime. And you might think for some reason that weight loss is such a difficult goal. But if you put it in perspective about all the other goals that you can have in your life, finding a soulmate, right? Building a family. Those are not necessarily in our control. That's in the control of yourself and the other person, right? What's another example? Building a business, right? Do you need a loan from a bank or something? Or do you need some sort of external factors? Probably, right? Or something else. Like let's say for some reason that, you don't have the ability to see, or you're missing an arm and your goal is to have an arm or the ability to see from both eyes. There are certain things that we can never accomplish, despite whether we want to or not. Weight loss is something that we can accomplish, whether we like it or not, whether there are weird circumstances in our life or not, whether financially we're able to or not. Because especially something with fasting actually saves you money because you're eating $0 worth of food, right? So actually, this is actually the easiest goal. So we're being so silly by not achieving it. We're delaying it. We're being ridiculous. It's the easiest goal you will ever achieve in your entire life. So I don't know why we pretend like it's such a hard goal. Yes, it's hard to overcome our mindset and our emotional eating and our problems like that, but it is literally the easiest goal we will ever achieve in our lives. And it's possible to achieve it. I've been there. I've done that. And I will do it again. And you will do it with me. Okay? So we need to get out of our heads. Seriously. I've been really irritable for the last few weeks. November is such a hard month because it just gets so gloomy. And I was just talking about this on our accountability challenge in the Zoom call we just had. But I think we're biologically programmed, possibly from our ancestors or something, to start having this like weird type of like stress or frustration or anxiety in like November or December or something like that, because probably our ancestors were struggling to make it through the winter. So that's possibly a reason why there's a seasonal affective disorder. Not to mention, just it gets like darker earlier and colder earlier, and our mood goes down because there's less vitamin D. All these actual scientific explanations for why our mood goes low. But if you think about it, this is such a perfect time. A lot of you guys were telling me that you want to get your stuff together after American Thanksgiving. So here we are. We have a huge gap of time after American Thanksgiving. So between American Thanksgiving, I'm gonna forever call it American Thanksgiving. But we have a huge gap of time between then and between Christmas. And, if you flip that switch in your head, you realize like all these holiday festivities that revolve around eating rather than connecting, you can connect in other ways than eating. You don't have to connect purely and always just by putting things in your mouth. You can connect in other ways. You can change your love language. Your love language doesn't have to be eating and food and giving food and receiving food and eating the food. Like, you can just change the way you see life. You can look at it from a perspective where you're not feeling sorry for yourself for not being able to eat those things, but you could change your mindset and say, I'm actually so proud of myself for being able to commit to my goals and having self-discipline, and that gives me way more pleasure and enjoyment to know that I'm being self-disciplined than any bite of food will ever give me. And we have to stop telling ourselves we're depriving ourselves or we're restricting ourselves. We're actually not. We're getting to a point where we have like spiritual self-discipline. Doesn't that feel so good to have spiritual self-discipline? Maybe your why is not strong enough. Maybe you need to revisit your why again and again and again. And maybe this is a good time to do it right before we jump into this water fast, because tonight will be a hard night for a lot of people if you're just starting your water fast for the first time. And I don't know about you guys, but for some reason, I'm not excited by food in December anymore. I already said that in my video, I think, but I'm just not excited about food right now for some reason. And I believe that lack of excitement for food probably comes from the mental clarity from the fasting I've been doing, which was kind of spontaneous, because you guys know I was actually planning to just continue with like OMAD and exercise this whole month, but for some reason it just came to me. And when you get a fasting wave or your fasting mojo comes back, you sit on that wave and you surf as far as you can go. So this is kind of my rant, just to remind us all, including myself, that this is the easiest goal you will ever achieve in your whole life. And also, I'm sorry, if you watched my previous video, I have purple paint all over my shirt because the baby was in the video with me and she climbed up on me with her fingerprint hands. So if you think I'm wearing a super dirty shirt, I just haven't changed yet. And that's why my neck is so dirty. So don't judge me. I just lost my voice. Yes, so this is the easiest goal you will ever achieve in your life. And this is my part 2 of my video earlier. This is my rant to support the previous video. So come check in here too. But honestly, we don't have any excuses, okay? We are the only excuse. Our brain is the only excuse. And it's time to stop letting your brain get in your way of the easiest goal you will ever achieve in your life. Change your mindset. It's not hard to lose weight. You know it's not hard. It's hard to stay consistent. It's hard to stay motivated for a long enough period of time to get to your weight loss goal. Yes, fair enough. But weight loss is not a hard goal. Really, if I'm being super mentally clear right now, based on my current fasting, right? We're just being lazy. We're just being lazy. So we can do it. So let's just get out of our own minds and let's get it done, okay? Fasting rant out. Tough Yasemin in the house. Beast mode activated. And yeah, I'm going to be angry this month. So I hope you guys are ready for it. Because I'm not into the excuses anymore. And it's been a long time I've been like this. You guys know me for a long time. I was very soft for several months. But it's time to be me again. And it's time to remember that we have to be tough on ourselves. You know that quote, obsessed is a word that the lazy use to describe the dedicated. So get obsessed with your fasting. Get obsessed with your journey to the point that all your friends can be like, just have a bite. And you'll be like, literally, get out of my face. I don't want it. In a polite way, obviously. We're not going to be mean to anybody and snap at them. But you have to be obsessed with your journey, not with yourself, but with your journey. And just make the time. Make the time, because it is the easiest goal you will ever have in your entire life, and I guarantee it. And every single person watching this video is capable of reaching that goal, and you are the only thing stopping yourself from getting to that goal by just giving into those temptations. The more you say no to yourself and to people, if they offer you, if you work in an office right now, everybody's going to start bringing in the treats as soon as December 1st hits, because everybody's feeling that festive mood. But if you're able to say no to all of these things, the more you practice saying no, the easier it gets, because you just become stronger at saying no to everybody. Same thing with the fasting muscle, right? They call it the fasting muscle. We always talk about it. The more you practice it, the more you fast, which is equivalent to saying no to food and abstaining from food, the more you do it, the easier it gets. Now, I'm kind of on like day 5 of this water fasting hump. Now, it is not a pure water fast because I told you guys in the previous video, if you guys watched it, I have been putting cream in my coffee, which I have never recommended to you guys ever before, and I still don't recommend it. But sometimes you got to take what it takes to just get through a hump. And I feel now I'm suddenly getting into that mental clarity hump, and I'm getting to a point where I'm remembering everything that I used to stand for in the past before my willpower started declining. So, just sticking to yourself, sticking to your goals, being self-motivated, being self-disciplined, not giving into your excuses. Fine, the holidays are coming up. You want to wait until January 1st? Fine, so be it. Wait until January 1st. But January 1st, you're going to find another excuse because here we are, and we're obviously not where we said we were going to be last year, January 1st. So tough love for you, tough love for me. But this rant just came to me. Sometimes I just have to sit with my thoughts and simmer and get myself like riled up and frustrated. And then when I have that passion to do that, I post these vlogs. So this is a very real and raw vlog of me sitting here thinking about everything and with my paint on my shirt. Okay, so anyway, whatever. This is water fasting day 1 challenge. I have something on my nose is itching me, but this is water fasting day 1 group challenge. Go check in on the video that I posted earlier today called Water Fasting Day 1, and it's 34 days until January 2024. So go check in on that one. And like I said, if you want this serious level of accountability where we're actually very serious and I'm going to push you and be hard on you and I'm not going to be Mrs. Nice Guy, okay, then join the actual accountability group. It's 2 for 1 right now. There's like the Cyber Monday deal that I put out every single year, or the Black Friday deal, or whatever it is, where you sign up for January 2024 and you commit to January 2024, but December becomes free. So if you want, like I said, the link is in the description box. Actually, I'll post it as one of the comments. You can sign up for it, but let's just be serious about this goal because it's only in our head. And I want you guys to get there because I know I'm going to get there. And I want you guys to get there with me because I know I will be successful. So come be successful with me, okay? So this time you get to join in on the journey. Last time I posted these videos, I was already at my goal. And then I was telling you guys how to do it. But now you can watch me do it and we could do it together, okay? Because we're going to get there. That's an affirmation. We're visualizing and we have no excuses because it is the easiest goal you will ever have in your life is to lose weight, get healthy, and just fix your fitness and your self-discipline and stop being lazy and just stick to your guns, okay? So I love you guys. Happy ranting, happy fasting. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Love you guys.